Hello, and welcome to the Week 10 Postgame Show with Philippe Fatigna. My partner, Philippe Fatigna, is currently out on the field, so I will be in the studio myself. What a thrilling performance it was from both teams. 31-28 final score. It was another nail-biter, just like every other Revolution Tornado game, a classic rivalry. So let's start off with our first topic, which is Nino Usello. Nino Usello today coming off an extremely explosive game. 2 touchdowns, lots of catches, lots of yards. I can see him becoming more and more of a role player on this game, in this team. You can clearly see that he's explosive and he's so consistent up close in the end zone. I mean, they're going to have to pay more attention to him. I did talk about in the pregame that they would have to keep an eye on Nino a lot more, and sure enough, he exploded. Before we go off to our post-game interview, I'd like to talk about the Tornado offense. Obviously, with Alex at quarterback, it's a new style. Don, they were able to use him in this game. They finally found a way to use him properly, exploding off of the line, getting those clutch catches. He had plenty of those. Alex, obviously, with a rough start with that first interception, but after that, he put it behind him. He got some nice solid throws in, and was able to keep that offense churning. I think that in the future, they're going to continue developing. They're going to find new ways to use Don. They're going to find new ways to churn their offense. And I see this team becoming much more successful. Now let's go down to the field with Philippe Fatigna interviewing a few players of the Revolution and the Tornadoes. Hello, this is Philippe Fatigna, and I'm interviewing Tyler Strain, a quarterback of the Revolution. So what was your greatest weakness today?
Greatest weakness had to be, honestly, I'd say it was our running game. We didn't really have anyone on the ground that's a usual running back. We had Dante, who was Big Dante's, he's pretty good, but we didn't have our big Z in the backfield, And I also say passing too. We only had, besides big needs, big 2 touchdowns, we had pretty big issues, but I'd say offensively.
So without the run, I noticed that you were doing a lot of laterals. Can you explain if you're going to keep doing that in the future?
I can't really say because, the rest of you guys are on the other team. Can't really tell you, but honestly.
Well, I'm Philippe. I'm not on the other team.
Yeah, honestly, it was just something we had to do and something we had to get done to win the game, and we do whatever we can to win the game. So.
So you don't think you're going to incorporate laterals into Zach's games?
I guess we'll just have to see how they go.
And let's talk about that last play. Can you explain what went through your head?
I had Big Alex right in my face. I didn't really know who I was going to go to. I had Big Neen down the field. He wasn't deep enough for a touchdown. And I saw the separation between Philippe and Dante before Alex's hand went right towards my face, and I just threw it up. And, he made a big play. He's an incredible player. He's always out there putting his best in, playing through an injury today.
All right. Thank you. Now let's talk to Alex Green, the quarterback of the Tornadoes. Hi, I'm Philippe Fatigna, and I'm here interviewing the quarterback of the Tornadoes. So, Alex Green, what would you say your biggest weakness of the team was this game?
My biggest weakness for today, I think, was not being able to make the play on the last drive. My play call down the middle with the Don was a questionable decision, so I think I have to take blame for that, and I feel sort of responsible for the loss today.
Well, I think you guys played pretty well. I think you had some nice throws. So, Green, how did you use Don in this game?
I used Don in this game by having him burst off the line with 100% speed, meaning he would beat Tyler, and I would just throw it up to him, and he would come down with the catch.
Seemed that he made a lot of clutch catches this game, and I think that was pretty effective. And as for Philippe, how did you change the running game for him?
We didn't really change the running game that much. We had Philippe go out for a couple passes. We had him run the ball a couple times. So I really don't think our game plan changed that much with Philippe running the ball.
So in the future, what do you think you're going to change about your game plan?
Possibly take out the laterals. I don't really think they worked this game. And I think I'm just going to continue to use Philippe and Don, not really change anything between that.
All right, thank you for interviewing. I'm Philippe, and I'm going to be interviewing the tight end of the Revolution. So, Nino, how do you redefine the role of the tight end?
I do a lot of shit wrong.
I think you had a great game. You had 2 touchdowns, tons of catches, and I think you really were incorporated a lot more than normally.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you for interviewing with us. I'm Philippe Fatigna, and I'm here on my last interview with the wide receiver of the Revolution. So, on that last play, how did you create that separation?
Well, there wasn't really separation. Pretty good defense, but I think when it came down to it, the sun was in our eyes, and it looked like the ball might have.
Well, it wasn't in our eyes. I'm Philippe.
Well, it was in Philippe's eyes and my eyes. So I think it came down to just who can concentrate on the ball. And I think we both kind of jumped off of it, but I was able to locate it.
Well, I like the humbleness, and obviously you had a big day as normal. And obviously on the laterals, I noticed that you didn't really run on the laterals. Do you feel comfortable throwing the ball?
Hey,
No.
Big Dante! Good stuff.
I did have a passing touchdown, but I am in no means a quarterback. So I would say no.
All right, thank you for interviewing with us. Back to the studio. Thank you, Philippe, for taking the time to go down to the field to get the players' point of view. It's certainly interesting seeing their points of view for the first time on the show, and I think we'll continue this. Thank you for watching the Week 10 CFL postgame show. The next game is to be determined, and there will certainly be a pregame coming for that. Stay tuned, and see you later.